I was off the gas and on the brake, and it just kept going. I couldn't help it. I go tell him I'm sorry. I think he had to check up real bad because, I mean, I was all the way out of the gas when I hit him. I don't know if he had to let up. I had to run and I let off, and I couldn't roll down anymore, and I did. I was getting picked up in the back, it felt like.
And of course, that 26 car last year had a 97 on it and was driven by Kurt Busch for Roush Racing. McMurray moving over to take that ride from Chip Ganassi.
Shootout time.
Yep. Jimmy Johnson has been a championship challenger the last several seasons, but has not managed to win the title, but has been there every year. He drives for Rick Hendrick. There's Rick on pit road. Behind him is Brian Vickers,
who needs a victory so bad. Will he push his teammate to the victory, or shall he go for the checkered flag himself?
A lot of emotion packed into that 25 car as well, Benny.
That was Papa Joe's car, Rick's father.
And the man that found Brian Vickers was Rick's son, Ricky. Ricky was one of 10 people killed in a plane crash a year ago, October, in Virginia.
Brian Newman, the 12 car, has been strong. He has another Dodge. Casey Mears, the 42, right behind him.
But he lost his best friend,
Kurt Busch.
Kurt Busch, his teammate, not there to help him. So now he's going to have to really, really dig.
And Casey Mears in 4th spot. He was on the winning team of the Rolex 24 here a couple of weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. So he knows his way to victory lane.
He's driving that famous 42 paint scheme now with those Texaco Haviland colors.
Don't forget about Earnhardt Jr. back there in 8th spot. He'll be coming in a hurry.
Ready?
The first 14 cars in the running order did not pit. 10 laps to go, 25 miles in the Daytona 500.
Sadler back there. A couple of those guys look like they laid back a little bit, which may help them on a run to the front. You get a lot of momentum when you lay back. So if you can time it just right and hook up with 2 or 3 guys, you can pick up a lot of ground.
Those top 6 cars would love to break away. Matt on Earnhardt.
Junior's made it back up to 9th. Now he dropped all the way back to 20th. Under that caution, he said, you know, I made an uncharacteristic mistake, especially in plate racing. It cost me, but no worries. We'll work our way back up to the front.
Matt, that's when he got out of line and ended up going backwards?
Absolutely. Dropped all the way back to 20th, Bill. Slowly working his way back up, but he's not in that lead group of cars. Going to have to drag with the 5 of Busch to get his pack up to the lead pack.
Yeah, I mean, if it works, great if you can pull it off. But if you don't have the momentum to catch that front group, you may not have a shot at the win.
Alan, how about Johnson?
What do you think his favorite color would be right now, Bill? Here's a hint. Look at the stripe to his left. Jimmy Johnson wants to hug that yellow stripe with this Chevrolet. He thinks if he protects the bottom, he might be able to keep all these hungry drivers behind him all the way to the checkered flag.
And Benny, you talked about the pressure on Brian Vickers. Now he's in a difficult situation. He wants to win a race, but he might have to push his teammate to victory.
He's getting pushed around right now. Let me tell you, Ryan Newman is all over the rear bumper of that 25 car. The 25 has been loose, and I don't know how much they got that car tightened up, but if Newman keeps pounding on the back of that bumper, that 25 car may just slide up the racetrack. He may lose that spot.
And he took fuel only last time. So no tires, no fresh rubber on that 25 car. That always helps the handling.
McMurray in the 26 tried to go by on the outside, was not able to make the pass. Here comes Elliott Stadler on the inside, along with the 5 car of Kyle Busch.
Casey Kane moved over to block. There's McMurray in the 26.
Now these guys racing side by side will let that 8 car catch this group and the group that he's towing.
Seven laps to go. Brian Newman in the 12. An update from Matt.
Running in the 3rd spot, Bill, right behind Vickers. He's had the legendary Buddy Baker on the radio most of the day, giving his pointers and also just pumping him up. Newman says the car is good, so is his tires. Matt Borland said 10-4 all in. Taking that gambling phrase because Newman's a big gambler. They worked with the 42 and the 9 to try to stick with them since they're all Dodgers. But you have to wonder if they're bluffing.
Wow, somebody got forced down at the bottom.
How did he say that? And he only lost one spot. Well, he's going to lose some more as he lost his momentum.
Yeah. That was Kyle Busch, and that's not over.
Yeah, before he gets back to the 5.
Man.
6 laps to go.
Looks like Tony Stewart dives to the bottom, and well, Kyle Busch just ran him down to the bottom of the racetrack.
Well, blocked him.
Yeah, went to block him. Stewart had that thing sideways, too.
He sure did. And look at Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the 8 car. He's trying to work his way back. There he is in about 5th or 6th spot. And looks like Vickers is going to the back. Newman has been able to get by the 25 car. Here comes Casey Mears, 42.
Yeah, I don't think that 25 car has got the tires he needs to do what he's got to do.
Black flag. Kyle Busch in the 5 car. Aggressive driving. It's a pass-through penalty. Kyle Busch was 9th last time by. He'll have to come down pit road at 55 miles per hour under green while the rest of the field goes around the track at 190.
And he'll have to do it, otherwise he'd be like Matt Kenseth, and they'll pull his scorecard.
But the big difference between the penalty that he's getting is he's got to serve his under green. Tony Stewart just had to go to the back of the pack.
That's correct.
So basically the 5 car is out of the race.
Carl, they got us up on the board. Too wide, too wide.
He's not going to get the pit lane this lap.
He might have trouble getting to pit lane.
If he does, there's going to be a big wreck.
Before to go when they get to the line this time. Jimmy Johnson leads. Ryan Newman 2nd. Casey Mears 3rd. Update on Kurt from Dave.
And Kurt agreed to talk to us right now. He just asked, let me get over to this side. Kurt, you've had about 5 minutes to sit in your car while they rolled it back to the garage here. What was going through your mind?
Yeah, we had a great car all day. I was so proud of our team. Miller Lite Dodge was beautiful. Working with my teammate Ryan Newman, we had a shot at winning this race. And Rogers won the, oh, it's too bad watching TV right now. But Rogers won the Indy race 13 times, and we were really going to do it today, but came up just a bit short. So thanks to all my sponsors. Great ride today. Mobile One and Altel on Ryan's car and all our great guys that we've got behind us. So we'll be back.
That was just
thank you very much. Kurt out of the 500, and so is the car that got tangled up with it, Bill.
Kurt didn't really seem sincere to me when he said that.
Sounded a little sarcastic.
Yeah.
I mean, thanks, Dave. Appreciate you going back there and getting that. So Jamie McMurray brings out the caution. We could be looking at a green-white checkered finish in the Daytona 500.
I thought Bobby Labonte might be involved, and let's see. There we see that Jeff Burton going up trying to block the 26. They both get in the outside retaining wall, and McMurray loses it and does get into Bobby Labonte in the 43.
And then Bobby hits the wall.
And Denny Hamlin runs in the back of the 31. Maybe not too badly.
Yeah, I think Hamlin will be okay.
Boy, that 26 is hurt.
Close racing here.
Well, the closer you get to the finish, the more desperate drivers become. The more daring, because the reward is so great. Very disappointing for Bobby Labonte. Both Petty Enterprises cars that look good down here this week, both involved in wrecks today.
The 26 was up there. I don't know if the 31 just lost the car and slid up there, BP, and I'm not sure.
Trying to block, or if he did lose the car, I don't know.
That's off of.
Result is the same.
That's where did that happen?
Seen it a lot.
Yes.
Turn 2 today. Yeah.
Exactly. You forecast that would be a difficult turn today, and it has been for several drivers. And that'll be interesting to talk to those guys after the race.
There's Matt Kenseth, the 17 car, going by and picking up a few spots.
43, Bobby Labonte. Denny Hamlin, Jamie McMurray, Jeff Burton, Bobby Labonte. Damage late in the Daytona 500.
And I think Jeff Burton is going to have to come to pit road, because I saw there he is on pit road. I saw some smoke off the tires where they're rubbing the fenders.
Good call on your part, Benny. Up front, Jimmy Johnson, Ryan Newman, Casey Mears, Elliott Sadler, Dale Earnhardt Jr. Rookie Clint Bowyer is 6th. Tony Stewart has worked his way up to 7th in what has been a wild day. Then it's Casey Kane, Brian Vickers, Kyle Busch serving a pass-through penalty for aggressive driving.
Which means now he has to start at the end of the longest line, because when he gets to pit road, all the cars on the racetrack get to go by him before he get back out.
Which is still better than doing it under the green.
Oh,
because
yes.
he would have lost a lap if he did it under the green.
Very much so.